We're back here at Manasquan High School, night 3 of the JSBL season. We got another good doubleheader on tap tonight. The first leg, OIB Ortho against RKE Athletic. Ortho coming off the overtime loss to Stearns Trailer last night. RKE's first game they defeated County Line Auto. So we're underway here as OIB Ortho will start with possession. A catch and shoot three from the wing is an air ball by Amar Lane. So now RKE's first possession. Driving baseline. Jakai Irby drives and kicks. Now a mid-range jumper is too strong. That one won't fall. Still scoreless here in the opening 30 seconds. Ortho now with the ball. It's Lane. Took that first shot. Passes off to Dante Weesey.
Extremely curious to see what RKE's philosophy is going to be going into this game offensively. Coming off a loss, Kyle Cardacy almost had as many shots as he did points. So with a lot of their key guys not here today, I'm curious to see if Cardacy's going to be hoisting up a lot or if they're going to try to turn to these reserves a little bit more.
Well, that time he drives and kicks to a driving Jalen Jamison, and he converts on the floater to tie the score after the first basket of the game was scored by Justin Serrano of Ortho. Now Weesey drives and gets a layup to fall through contact. He'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three, and what a game he played last night.
Yeah, you know how much of a fan I am of Dante Weesey's game. I was texting about it in our group chat the entire time they were playing. Just plays the game with such a smooth pace. I mean, always looking to set up his teammates, a pass-first point guard, which you don't see too often. It's all these combo guards that are typically handling the ball. Dante Weesey is that tempo-setting point guard that coaches look for on teams.
So he converts on the three-point play. It's 5-2. OIB Ortho leads. Cardacy trying to respond, and he hits. Tough mid-range jumper to cut the lead to 1.
Might not always look like a good shot when Kyle Cardacy is shooting it, but he has maybe the most deepest bag in terms of difficult shot making in this entire league.
Serrano tips out the offensive rebound to Weesey, and he hits a three. So 6 straight points for Dante Weesey, and it's 8-4.
And I think that's going to be one of the more underrated parts of his game that we're going to see this year. Very smooth jump shot as well. He showcased it a little bit last night.
Cardacy's fall-away jumper is too strong. Here's Serrano in transition, going coast to coast with the jelly. He finishes, and it's a 6-point lead
Serrano,
for Ortho.
Another guy coming off a really strong game for Ortho. Plays with so much fire, never gives up on any possession.
Transition three for Bryce Green won't fall for RKE. Their offense has gone a little bit cold here. Weesey will just rise up from the top of the key. That one too strong. Rebound hauled in by Jakai Irby.
Weesey looking a lot more for his shot earlier in this game opposed to last night.
Irby trying to go coast to coast. Can't get the fall away to get down. Still a 10-4 lead, 7:30 to play in the opening quarter.
And just one thing I also want to acknowledge, Alec, RKE has 4 new starters from their last starting lineup. So continuity, oh geez, I didn't say it right, but you know how big that is in basketball, especially with chemistry.
Josh Michigan gets that one to fall. And another guy who played really well against Stearns last night.
Michigan's a very good guy who comes off of ball screens, a very good off-ball shooter.
So here comes the other way for RKE. Bryce Green through contact, he finishes, and that stops a 6-0 run for Ortho. Cuts the lead to 6. Now going the other way, Ortho. Weesey running the point, drive to the basket around Green, and he gets a tough layup to fall. And Sean Gallagher seen enough early on. He'll call a timeout for RKE.
Very curious to see what they try to do to pick up Weesey defensively. I don't think Gallagher knew much about Weesey. He's a Division III kid, plays at Millersville. So probably not at the top of every coach's scouting report, but as we saw last night, this kid can make some plays. So maybe they shift Cardacy over to him. We will see, but very good start for Ortho.
So first time out of the game, we'll take it with them. 14-6 lead for OIB Ortho, 6:45 to play in the opening quarter. We'll be back after this on the JSBL Network. We're back here at Manasquan High School after the RKE Athletic timeout. They trail 14-6, 6:40 and counting to go in the opening quarter. They'll get the ball here. After the timeout, it'll be Cardacy guarded by Josh Michigan. Fires over to Bryce Green on the wing.
Green was another guy who played very well for RKE, one of the few reserves that was here at their last game, but had a very impressive debut.
Around the horn, ball goes to Jalen Jamison. He drives, kicks for Green. That three too strong as the shot clock buzzer sounds, but a nice offensive rebound taken in, and the basket is converted for RKE Athletic off the offensive board. OIB Ortho moving quickly the other way. Michigan driving baseline, loses it, and doesn't go out of bounds, picked up by Cardacy. He's looking to run now in transition, doesn't have the numbers, but he'll just rise up with a floater from the foul line. And again, Cardacy in transition, it doesn't matter what the numbers are, he can score from anywhere. Yeah,
he is truly the definition of a three-level scorer. Can get into the paint, create for himself, whether it's at the basket, by the free throw line, or from beyond the arc.
As Lane gets fouled going up off a nice pass from Weesey. And it looked like RK blitzed on that screen and opened up a lane for Lane down low. And it looked like he didn't realize that he was wide open. It took a little bit of a step, but he'll get the free throws anyways.
Another thing that you'll probably notice today, this is a very small lineup for both teams today. Not a lot of big players on the court in general. Maybe we'll see Ortho go with Menegas and Serrano a little bit, because RKE doesn't have Shaq Scott. They do not have Nick Davidson. They do not have Dane Morant. So
looks like Shaq Scott actually just got here.
Oh, okay. So
he'll be
not
here
in the game yet.
Yeah, he'll be here eventually, I'm sure. So 1 of 2 trip forward lane at the free throw line. RKE going the other way, down by 5, nearing the midway point of the first quarter. Now in trouble, Jamison. He kicks out, and he'll get it back off the give and go. Throws a long pass that's picked off by Serrano. Moving in transition, he'll slow it down.
That's part of the reason why Serrano has made such an impact so far. Just great instincts on both sides of the floor to lead to that and one on the other side.
Yeah, Justin Feuerbacher getting his first action of the season. He gets a 3-point play opportunity. The former Christian Brothers Academy standout. We'll get a couple subs now for RKE Athletic. Checking into the game for the first time, Peter Gorman, as well as Alex Masung.
We saw Peter Gorman a little bit last year. Very good guard, plays at Ramapo. Kind of similar to Dante Weesey's game, plays with very good pace, very good defender for his height as well, very pesky.
So Feuerbacher misses the free throw short, but Serrano's right there for the putback. Gorman the other way gets a nice layup.
And there's that change of pace. Gorman so quick with that first step.
Here's Weesey trying to take it coast to coast, draws a foul, and the ball just rims out. They'll get the foul on Jalen Jamison.
And I think that's going to be our matchup of the night right there. I think we're going to see now that Gorman just got here, I think we're going to see him on the court a decent amount, and he's going to draw that matchup against Weesey. Both tremendous competitors. Both are going to want to make their teammates do as much as they can, set their teammates up in order to have success tonight. So I think it's going to be a battle of those point guards.
So Dante Weesey will head to the free throw line after the media timeout. 5 minutes flat. Shout out Daily Dose of Hoops for the exact media timeout. 19-12 lead for OIB Ortho. We'll take a quick break on the other side. Be right back after this. We're back here after the media timeout. 2 free throws for Dante Weesey coming up. He's got 8 points and 2 rebounds already. Make that 9 points after the first free throw. 20-12 lead for OIB Ortho, as he'll have 1 more to shoot. Couple of substitutions as well during the timeout as he hits the second.
Weesey's been able to get to the lane with ease. Going to open up the 3-point line as well for him to be able to facilitate for his teammates. Eventually going to have to crash and help.
Gorman hands off to Cardacy, trying to create some space against Weesey. He does fall away mid-range. That one just rims out. Rebound taken in by Feuerbacher, or by Michigan, I should say, going the other way for Ortho. Drives, kicks to Weesey in the corner. Behind the back pass to Michigan. Open 3 for the highlight. He's got it.
And there is that playmaking ability of Dante Weesey. Great read to see that slip and fade onto the three-point line. Great job there by Josh Michigan to knock it down as well.
Gorman was going up for a layup. Serrano rejected it, and he gets the foul on the other end. And Gorman thought he had a driving lane, but Justin Serrano came out of nowhere and said, no thank you. He rejected the shot, then in transition, he got the ball on a cut, and he's headed to the foul line.
Justin Serrano might be a little limited physically just because of his size, but he is a kid who is built. He can run the floor well. He protects the rim well, good rim defender, and he also finishes around the rim as well. He is a player that a coach would love to have, always fighting for loose balls. Really held his own against that Stearns front court, who is very talented. People like Parker Dortch, Rasheem Merlin, who have had a lot of success in this league.
So second free throw for Serrano is up and good. He's got 8 points now, and the lead is up to 26-12. Ortho really coming out and playing well. I mean, this was the team that was picked 8th in the preseason standings. Now they're at 14, almost beat Stearns last night, as Alex Masung stops the bleeding with a floater.
It just goes to show what chemistry does in this league. I mean, you see a lot of guys come together that want to come and play ISO ball, play hero ball. This is a team of D2, D3 guys that all know each other, grew up together, played together before, and it's honestly just a beauty to watch because they're all getting each other involved. They're playing team basketball. It's refreshing, Alec.
Thomas Menegas hits a layup for Ortho to put the lead back to 14. RKE going the other way. As Ja'Kai Irby kicks out to Gorman. He drives and kicks to Masung. Trying to go for the highlight. Oh, my goodness. Alex Masung just caught a body.
Oh, my gosh. So I don't think we will have another Dunk of the Year candidate that is better than that in terms of over somebody. We might see a couple crazy dunks this year in terms of like a windmill, a reverse, but I don't think we are going to get better than that in terms of over someone. Alex Masung, how do you do?
He's headed to St. Anselm this year after a year making the NCAA tournament, win the Ivy League at Penn, and he completes the three-point play to cut the lead to 11. And my goodness, he got up in the air. I wasn't sure if he was going to go up for it as there was good defense there, but that was a heck of a flush. So going the other way for Ortho, it'll be Cameron Paget to bring it up around the horn over to Brian Tassi, who just checked into the game.
There you go.
He got a little bit caught there in the mid-range, and he moved that pivot foot and traveled.
I thought he was about to miss it. Called it a little bit late there, but did move that pivot foot. Good call there by the official.
So Gorman will bring it up the other way. Gorman in for Kyle Cardasi, who's taking a seat. 4 points so far for the leading scorer for RKE Athletic. Now for the guys on the court for RKE, Ja'Kai Irby drives and kicks to Masung, working on Tassi. Gets doubled, needs some help. Somehow got his dribble back, must have been tipped, but missed the layup. Too strong off the back iron. Now Serrano with numbers, goes behind the back again. Drives, finds Menegas down low, and that's another beautiful dish for an open layup.
Your 4 or 5, whatever you want to consider him as, should not be able to do that. That is crazy. That's like something they would ask you to do in the NBA after you get a rebound. Go coast to coast and then try and dump it off to your big man. That's not something you should be able to do at this level. Justin Serrano has really impressed me so far.
He absolutely has, as Ja'Kai Irby hits a 3 for RKE, down to a 10-point lead with 2.5 to play in the opening quarter. As Michigan drives and gets fouled, they'll say no shot as it was before he went up. And with that foul, OIB Ortho is in the bonus, so it will result in free throws anyways for Josh Michigan.
And Michigan probably not the guy you want to put at the free throw line as well, as we know, a very good shooter.
Yeah, the trio of Weezy, I should say, Serrano and Michigan, they wreaked havoc on the driving lanes against Stearns last night as the first free throw is good.
Looks like that could be the core 3 that really holds this team together. A lot of people were saying that they could go winless this year just based off of talent. I guarantee you, I mean, it's a shorter season than it is typically. I think this team could scrape 2-3 wins in a very loaded JSBL league this year.
Absolutely. So 2 free throws for Michigan, pushes the lead back to 12. Masung against Serrano, drives in and puts up a layup through contact. It won't fall, but looks like they'll get Serrano for a foul.
And I know when I say 2-3 wins, people are going to be like, only 2-3 wins. It's only 7 games this season, and this is a very loaded league, as I'm sure everybody here watching knows.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is going to be attendance. And one thing we can tell about Ortho, they're going to have good attendance for a lot of this season. So first free throw from Masung is short off the front iron and no good. Still 32-20. Ortho leads. 2:12 to play in the opening quarter. Second free throw for Masung is up and good. So one for two trip.
The one thing I see in common with almost everybody on this RKE team, which I think they definitely have a little bit of an edge in, is athleticism. They have a lot of guys that are very quick, definitely don't have the size advantage, so are going to have to play fast if they're going to want to get back into this game against Ortho.
Cameron Paget, a long three, might have gotten blocked by Irby. Going the other way, Irby dishes off to Shaq Scott, finishes through some contests. Shaq Scott scores. It's down to a single-digit game with 1:40 to play. Menegas in the post the other way, working on Irby. He'll have to kick it out. Around the horn, Serrano, top of the key. Driving on Shaq Scott. Goes up and under in the post, and he converts. That's a tough finish over a really good defender in Shaq Scott.
Yeah, Shaq Scott, a Wagner alumni, played NEC level ball, was known as a rim protector in college. So Justin Serrano, a very good finish there.
Jakai Irby knocks down his second three-pointer. It's down to an 8-point game with 1:10 to play in the opening quarter. Menegas gets left open from three. Can't convert. Gorman skies in for the rebound, and he'll bring it up for RKE with 1 minute to play in the first.
Yeah, I think if you're RKE, you'll live with that shot there. Thomas Menegas isn't the biggest threat from beyond the three-point line, especially that early in the shot clock, and it leads to a layup on the other side. Got to be a little bit smarter, especially with the lead there this late in the quarter.
So Gorman has a chance for three. The lead is cut down to 6. He will head to the free throw line for one more as Weesey will check back in to the game. Gorman trying to convert on the three-point play. He does just that. It's down to 5 with 57 seconds on the clock. It'll be Paget to bring it up. Guarded by Irby. Drives, kicks out to Serrano. Driving baseline, goes behind the back. Kicks back out for Paget. Long three-pointer. That one's short. Irby comes in for the rebound. RKE with some numbers with 40 seconds left. They can go 2 for 1. Irby will rise up from the mid-range. That one gets the friendly bouncing in. And RKE putting on a bit of a run here in the final seconds of this first quarter with 30 seconds left. It's down to a 3-point game. We see their way. Long pass to Menegas, top of the key. Kicks out for Paget, almost picked off. Now Tassi, scrambling defense. He'll rise up with a floater, and that one's smooth.
Good rise and fire shot there by Brian Tassi. He was another guy who impressed me a little bit last time out for Ortho. Another guy with a good shot from beyond the three-point line, but there was able to get into the lane and create for himself a little bit, coming off that screen.
Gorman, 4 seconds left. He'll rise, and he converts through a contest. So that's how the first quarter will come to a close. Peter Gorman trying to bring this RKE Athletic team back into the game. It's 36-34. OIB Ortho still leads at the end of 1. So we'll take a quick break. Second quarter coming up after this. A good one on hand on the JSBL Network. Kicking off the second quarter here from Manasquan High School. RKE trails OIB Ortho 36-34. Peter Gorman will start with the ball. Kicks over to Alex Masung. Masung in the isolation. Fall-away jumper is good, and we're tied up at 36. Dante Weesey will go the other way for OIB Ortho. He was tremendous in that first quarter. He drives and kicks. Cameron Paget thought about a three from the wing. Instead, drives on Shaq Scott. Gets some daylight. Can't get the roll. Serrano flies in for the rebound, but he lost it. It's picked up by Peter Gorman. Gorman will rise in transition. Three is just out. Didn't get the friendly bounce there. Serrano with numbers once again, tries to go behind the back. That time it didn't work out, but it looks like they'll get Ja'Kai Irby on a reach-in. We've seen Serrano go with that behind the back a few times. Irby anticipated at that time, but he got a little bit too much contact, forcing the ball free.
Yeah, not a bad foul there by Irby either. Kind of slow things down. But we've got a good one here. High-scoring affair so far, 36 going into that second quarter.
We get another foul here. They'll get Basung for the reach. So 2 quick fouls on RKE in the opening 49 seconds of the second quarter. Still tied at 36. And the offense in this game has been real free-flowing, too. That's the biggest thing. A lot of movement all across for both sides.
Which is the kind of basketball that I love watching. I'm not the biggest fan of ISO. I'm a college guy over NBA at heart. So I love watching the offensive sets, seeing people move without the ball. That's the type of basketball that I like to watch.
The shot from Lane won't fall for Ortho, and then on the other side in transition, RKE turns it over with a pass just wide of Shaq Scott, so Ortho will get another chance on offense. It'll be Weesey to bring it up, but once again, the starting point guard on this team. A minute into this second quarter. Working on Masung, gets a high screen from Lane, slips off it, lobs it up. Oh, he was looking for the two-hand slam, but he did get fouled, so Amar Lane will head to the foul line on the foul on Shaq Scott.
One thing I'm a little curious about is how Dante Weesey's chemistry seems so good with all of these kids, considering he goes to Millersville. A lot of these kids go to Georgian Court. So I want to say maybe 8 or 9 of this Ortho roster is made up of Georgian Court kids. Weesey is one of the few that is not, and yet it seems like he has been playing with this group of people, a summer league team that he picked up, with his entire life.
First free throw from Lane won't go. I counted 11 of the 15 on the listed roster on our website going to Georgian Court. So really, really impressive what they've been able to do so far through about 1 1/4 games. Cardace working on Tassi the other way. Gets around a screen from Scott. On the roll, he'll drive baseline against Serrano. Looked like he unintentionally pulled the chair on him, lost the ball. Scott kicks back out to Cardace, 6 on the shot clock. He'll rise up. It's blocked by Lane. Weesey with the rebound in midair, kicks up to Lane, and he slams it home in transition.
I mean, just what a sequence. Great defense by Ortho. Good contest on Lane, and then Weesey the outlet. And then it's just bang out from there for a great athlete like Lane.
As ball goes out of bounds, a ricochet, they'll say off of Peter Gorman last at RKE.
It's the right call.
It'll go the direction of OIB Ortho.
Based off of what we've seen so far, Alec, I know we've had a lot of people missing. There's going to be a lot of other guys that haven't shown up yet that we're anticipating, but who are you expecting to finish towards the top of this league? Who are you expecting to maybe fall a little bit lower than people expected in the preseason?
Well, I think I was higher on WCT than some of our counterparts. I mean, they looked pretty good in their first game. I mean, Ortho is quickly changing a lot of our opinions with how they've been able to play so far. Currently winning and almost taking down Stearns' trailer. Stearns, once again, it's going to come down to, attendance, who they have, who they don't have. If they can have their full stable of guys, then I don't know if there's anyone that can really beat them at full strength. It's just a matter of can they get that full stable.
One thing we've seen, though, in this league, I mean, ACI was by far not the most talented team last year. But if you play defense, if you play together, you can beat anyone. So that's why it's truly awesome to watch the JSBL in action, especially in the playoffs, because that's when things start to get chippy.
So Cardace finishes through contact, cuts the deficit to 1. Wide open is Lane at the top of the key. Irby comes over to guard him. Tries to drive, loses possession of the ball. It's going the other way. Jameson picks it up. Looking to go coast to coast, and it goes off of his foot, deflected by Lane. I will say Lane hasn't had the best start shooting-wise in these last 2 games, but his defensive game has been fantastic.
And that's both been in passing lanes and closing out on shots, both in the perimeter and down low. He's very long, has a very long wingspan, athletic, pretty good player.
Thomas Menegas will check back in for Ortho. He sets a high screen for Weesey. Kicks out Lane. He'll rise up from 3 over Irby. That one rims out. Rebound taken in and a foul. That'll go the other way.
And
foul
that's
is
not
on
a
Menegas.
bad-looking jump shot either. That's very good form that he has for someone of his size.
Yeah, that one just kind of rimmed out. It was on line, just a little bit too strong. So RKE will go the other way. Bryce Green is checked back into the game as well. Cardace off a high screen. Pocket pass down low for the roller Lamar Morgan. He can't get that one to fall. Ortho with the rebound.
I gotta say, Alec, I'm very surprised, and honestly, it's a little refreshing. I think Kyle Cardesi is taking a little bit of a back seat here. He realizes, okay, I might score 40, but we're not gonna win if that happens. I can't do everything.
We see scores through traffic. Cardesi the other way. He responds, and that's when Cardesi can be at his best in transition. When someone tries to close out on his three-point shooting, he can take him off the dribble and finish in the lane.
We saw him playing on ball in their first game this year, or this game playing a little bit more off ball, and I think that is when he is personally at his best.
Menegas in the post has the size advantage on Cardesi, and he finishes with the hook. Ortho back up 43-40, 6:10 to play. Morgan will rise up from three, looking for the tie. That one around the rim and out.
And Morgan, a former Division I guy, played at Coppin State, where County Line alumni Josh Treadwell also went as well.
As Menegas finishes through contact off the roll. Once again, nice ball movement from Ortho. 45-40, nearing the midway point of this second quarter. Cardesi with Lane on him, gets a high screen from Morgan. Working on Weesey after the switch. He'll step back, a long three-pointer is too strong. Paget comes flying in for the rebound with numbers. He backs it back out to Weesey. And Ortho will reset on offense. Lane curling around, gets his pocket picked, goes right over to Weesey. A little bit of a scramble drill possession here for Ortho on offense, but they'll reset with 10 on the shot clock. Weesey working on Morgan. He'll step back, pump fakes a three. Skip pass over to Michigan in the wing. Catch and shoot triple is off, and that one will bounce out of bounds. We'll go back the way of RKE.
I know that didn't go in, but I mean, Alec, how smooth did that look? I mean, we see with the hesitation, the pump fake, and then the skip pass to Michigan. I mean, they got the right shot, the shot they wanted. That's their shooter. Just rimmed out, but I mean, this team they play with such poise, and it's so smooth. It's really refreshing to watch.
Now going the other way for RKE, Jalen Jameson hands off to Bryce Green, working on Michigan. Fall away mid-range jumper is too strong, and flying in for the defensive rebound is Justin Feuerbacher back in for OIB Ortho. He fires over to Michigan, now sets a screen, slips off of it. Another screen from Serrano. Michigan driving on Green, fall away jumper. That one looked like it got blocked. Fight for the rebound, taken in, and a wild pass is picked off by Morgan. Jameson leaves it off for his man, Jakai Irby. He lays it in, and it's back to a three-point game.
It's a game of runs. RKE starting to get some momentum on their side, playing quick. That's how we knew that they were going to be able to get back into this game. Might have gotten away with an illegal there.
As we see kicks down low to Lane. Serrano tried to finish through contact. Got blocked on the way up. It goes out of bounds, and it will remain OIB Ortho ball after this timeout. So 45-42 lead, OIB Ortho ahead over RKE Athletic in the second game for both these teams. Final 4:14 of the first half coming up after this on the JSBL Network. After the timeout, a quick inbound pass from Dante Weesey finds a cutting Justin Feuerbacher, and the OIB Ortho lead back up to 5 with the final 4 minutes of this second quarter. Cardesi the other way.
The name Feuerbacher sounds familiar. Did he play here last year?
Yes, he did. He
for
was
a
on
little
Northern
bit,
New Jersey.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think he started on the team, but came a little bit later. Yeah.
Yeah, really good at Christian Brothers Academy.
Yeah.
As
Does he have
driving
any
the other
siblings?
way.
Or is it just him?
That I'm not so sure about. He might. But Jakai Irby gets called for an offensive foul driving baseline. That'll give Ortho the ball back. It was him and Kevin Peichel at Christian Brothers Academy. Had some great success under Jeff Billett. Now Brian Lynch running the show there. They had a really good season this past year. Dante Weesey will run the point here for OIB Ortho. Now Lane in the post. Amar Lane working on Bryce Green. Finds a cutting Serrano down low in midair, and that was really pretty, and lead up to 7.
And there are not a lot of big men in this league who, once they rise and get to that point in the paint, would pass that ball. So that's a very good read by Lane there to hit the cutting Serrano. And again, just a display of the chemistry that they have.
Alex Masong's jumper is no good, but he comes away with a steal. Although it looks like he got a little bit too much contact. They'll get him for the foul. 4th in the quarter on RKE Athletic, 1 away from the bonus, only 1 on Ortho.
Looked like Josh Michigan might have hit his head, holding it a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, it was a hard fall that he took there after a tough charge at the ball by Masung. But he's all right. He'll get the ball.
It's going to be a backcourt.
And, yeah, as the inbound was in the front court, Michigan went into the back court. You can't do that. So it'll be RKE Athletic ball.
This is a team of kids who are not typically used to this league with the NBA rules. So rookie mistake there by the rookie team.
Step back 2 for Cardacy. Rattles around the rim and out.
Oh, and
an offensive rebound and putback is good for Bryce Green.
We were wondering if Corey Floyd would come back for Larson after today. We just saw him walk into the building. Going to be a big addition for their squad this year.
Weesey weaves around the defense and finishes in the lane, and it's still a 7-point lead.
And I think one of the most outstanding qualities that we've witnessed from Weesey is his body control when he goes to the cup. I mean, he not only does he have a great bag in terms of the euro, the hop step, but he always jump stops. I don't know if you've noticed that, whether it's to find the open man out on the perimeter or to get some contact and go up on his own.
And that was a tough degree of difficulty on the deceleration, and he got the layup to fall. Here's Green working on Weesey. Layup just falls off the front of the rim. Another transition opportunity for Ortho. Weesey drives up the middle, goes up through contact, and gets the finger roll to fall. Dante Weesey becoming a star in front of our eyes in the JSBL, and it's up to a 9-point lead for OIB Ortho.
I'm willing to staple it in right now that if we have a newcomer, like an all-first team newcomer team, that Dante Weesey is going to be on that team this year. No doubt about it in my mind.
Here he comes again, threads the needle to Serrano. He can score it, he can pass it, he can do it all. And Sean Gallagher has seen enough. It's back up to a double-digit lead. RKE Athletic will call a timeout.
Dante Weesey, remember the name.
Buy stock now. So timeout for RKE Athletic, down 55-44, 1:55 to play in the first half. We'll take a quick break on the other side. Final minutes of the first half coming back on the JSBL Network. RKE Athletic out of the timeout, 1:50 left in the first half. RKE Athletic trying to cut an 11-point deficit down before the half. Shaq Scott in the low post goes up through contact. It's off the back of the iron, but he got fouled on the way up. Shaq Scott
or Shaquille O'Neal with that drop step right there. Very good, strong move on the block from the big man.
So Scott will head to the foul line for the first time tonight. 55-44, but Ortho did have a double-digit lead in the first quarter as well. Scott's first free throw is good. And RKU was able to cut into the deficit, really make this a close game going into the second quarter. We'll see if they can do the same here with the final minute 41. It's down to a 10-point deficit. Scott's second free throw is good, so he goes 2 for 2. And it's down to a 9-point deficit. Weesey will control the pace once again for Ortho, going the other way. Tries to fire a bounce pass in a lane in the mid-post, but it's kicked by Alex Masung. So a fresh inbound here for Ortho. Bounce pass into Serrano. Weesey will get it back. Weesey working on Cardacy. Drives, and he got fouled on the drive. Michigan's 3 won't count. And that will be 5 fouls on RKE Athletic, so Ortho moves into the bonus, and Dante Weesey will shoot free throws.
Minute 27 left to play. Both teams shooting the rest of the way. More fouls tonight so far than we usually typically seen call.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they're calling it too tight.
I don't believe so at all either. They're calling a good game right now.
Yeah, it's been an appropriately physical game, and I feel like the whistles have been appropriately whistled, I guess, for lack of a better term.
And there's some teams that you call less fouls against because they play less defense.
Right.
These are two teams that play, I would say, these two teams, RKE, Ortho, and County Line, are probably going to be your three best defensive teams this year. Probably play the most physical. But this is the kind of brand of basketball I like, man.
Absolutely. So 2 free throws are good for Weesey. Back up to an 11-point lead, a minute 20 to play. Mid-range jumper for Scott won't go. Serrano tries to haul in the rebound. Bouncing ball is taken in by Weesey. Now Feuerbacher driving, kicks to Michigan. Picks up his dribble, needs some help, finds Weesey on the wing. Minute 5 to go now. Finds Feuerbacher on the block. Driving in on Bryce Green. Kicks out as the double comes. Open 3 for Weesey. That one is short. Rebound once again bouncing around, and it looks like we might have a jump ball here. We will. 51.7 on the clock. Because the possession was still up in the air, the shot clock was still going. So if Ortho does win this jump ball, it'll be 4 on the shot clock as Menegas will check in for Michigan. It looks like he might have taken a bit of a shot to the face on that one.
Me and you have both seen a lot of professional, a lot of college basketball. We know both sides of the rules. What do you prefer with the jump? Do you like the arrow or do you like the traditional jump ball?
It's tough to say. I mean, I can see the virtues of both.
I think I like the arrow personally. I think it adds a lot to the strategy.
Yeah, definitely. As it looks like Ortho's going to call a timeout here with 51 seconds to play. Honestly, I kind of like either one. Like, when I'm watching a game, it's like, all right, I prefer whichever one I'm watching at the moment. I could
Fair
go
enough.
either way.
Because it's very important in terms of when you have to call timeouts.
Absolutely,
a lot of
yeah.
that depends on the possession arrow as well in late game situations.
Yeah, I think in college basketball, there's nothing like, having that, you're putting the full court press on a team, trapping them in the corners in the final 10 seconds, you're down by 2, and you just get your hands on the ball, and there's that couple of seconds where are they really going to call a jump ball if we have the possession arrow? There's few quite like that.
There's quite a few different rules from college to the NBA, more than you would think. I mean, you guys are usually accustomed to hearing me on the other side of the scorer's table, the loud, annoying one at the on the announcer's mic. I'm here for a little bit of a change today, but I get to hear all the scorers guys over there yelling all the changes when they break the rules over there. So
it'll be Menegas and Scott for the jump ball. Menegas came in for Josh Michigan, who looked like, he took a shot to the face, so he's getting worked on. I believe that was why Ortho had to call a timeout.
So he hit his head, and he's taken a shot to the face so far.
And it looks like the officials are talking it over. OIB did call a timeout, so it should be all right. Yep, it looks like it's going to be all right after talking with the OIB Ortho coaching staff. So it'll be, once again, Thomas Menegas and Shaq Scott to jump. 4 on the shot clock. The ball's up, and
the assist is going to go to Thomas Menegas here. Oh, never mind.
Controlled by RKE. Well, Jalen Jamison was trying to go up with it. It looks like he just kind of lost control of the ball. So I guess holds well that ends well. It'll be a fresh 24 now for OIB Ortho. That'll be Weesey to bring it up. Working in the lane. Finds Menegas in the short corner. Now he's backing down. Scott gets stripped, but he'll just rise right back up. That one too strong. Cardacey comes away with the rebound. RKE can go 2 for 1. He'll do just that with the jumper. Gets the shooter's roll.
And that's where Dante Weesey has to know the scouting report. Kyle Cardacey, if he has the ball in transition, it doesn't matter if it's a 2-on-3, a 1-on-4. If he has a little bit of room, he's going to pull up from beyond the arc, and he will make you pay.
And he's an excellent pull-up shooter from transition as well. So Weesey will control. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds on the clock. Masung tips the ball away. Over to Lane. 5 seconds now. Fires up a tough 2-pointer. That one off the side of the rim. 1 second left. The buzzer sounds in the first half. Will come to a close. A 57-49 lead for OIB Ortho over RKE Athletic. David, what are some of the things that you liked, and what are some of the things you're looking forward to in this second half coming up?
Just a great 24 minutes of basketball. I mean, 8-point lead for Ortho. Their first lead at the half so far this year, and they have to be very happy with how they've played. I mean, RKE, they brought a lot of guys tonight. They didn't have a lot last time out, So it's not like this is a situation where they don't have the bodies. So very great job here from Ortho to kind of dissect them defensively by Weesey, getting into the lane, penetrating, and either creating for himself or for his teammates like we saw night one. Going to be a huge impact player for this Ortho team and a reason why they have success this year.
So we're at the half, 57-49. OIB Ortho leads. We'll have the second half coming up after this on the JSBL Network. We're back here for the second half of action in the first half of our JSBL doubleheader on a Wednesday night to open the season as Kyle Cardacci misses a corner three for RKE Athletic. They trail 57-49 to OIB Ortho.
And one thing we were just talking about off camera that I think is going to be an interesting addition this year, we're anticipating St. Peter's legend Doug Eddard to suit up for RKE this year. I'm curious to see what that role means for Cardacci and Eddard in the backcourt. Which one of them is going to play the 1, which one of them is going to play the 2, because both of them, as we know, lethal shooters, but both of them better off the ball. So
we'll see if they maybe run some 3-yard lineups even. As Shaq Scott working in the post against Amar Lane. Works out the spin move. Fall away Jay is good. That was nice looking from Shaq Scott to open the scoring in the second half.
Good defense from Lane, even better offense from Scott. I mean, you don't often want to leave your feet, but when you have the athleticism of Lane, when you can get up and down like that, but a good job by Scott to get it over the good athlete in Amari Lane.
Cameron Paget's 3 is no good. Amar Lane flies in for the offensive board, goes up through contact. Can't get it to fall, but he will head to the free throw line as they'll get, looks like, Ja'Kai Irby on the foul. That is his 3rd. First on the team in the quarter.
Ja'Kai Irby's impressed me. Came into the second half with 10 points, 5 rebounds for this RKE team. We didn't see him last week. One of the new additions on this squad, certainly making an impact so far.
Lane's first free throw is good. And how about the efficiency of the top 2 scorers for OIB Ortho? Justin Serrano, Dante Weesey. Weesey with 18, Serrano with 14, on a combined 12 of 15 from the floor. How about that?
I mean, if you look at the 2-point field goal stats at the half, they shot 20 for 25, Alec.
That is ridiculous.
Absurd.
As Masung gets a nice basket off a feed from Cardacci to cut the lead to 6.
That's like when you're playing 2K on rookie mode.
Endless layups. And that's what OIB Ortho's offense has looked a lot like, as Scott picks off a pass from Lane. Scott will rise up for a long 2, air balls. Masung in there for the offensive board, and he gets that one to go. And then once again, RKE on a bit of a run. It's back to a 4-point game.
Good shot, or good job there by Masung to follow that shot. Not a fan of that shot selection there by Shaq Scott. More of a slasher. Don't want that earlier in the shot clock, but a good follow there.
Feuerbacher off the dribble. Gets around Scott trying to block the shot and gets it to fall. Back up to a 6-point game. Here comes Masung the other way. Now fires to Irby down low. Fall away jumper over Lane is good. And once again, like you mentioned, Ja'Kai Irby playing well.
Well and efficient too.
So here comes Weesey the other way. Gets his pocket picked by Masung, and that one will go out of bounds. Nice job by Masung on defense with a wraparound.
One of the few times we've seen that sticky handle of Dante Weesey get plucked. We've seen how strong he is driving to the lane.
Cardacci through contact, can't get the floater to fall. They'll get Serrano on the foul. That'll be his 2nd and the team's 2nd in the quarter.
And I gotta say, I've been very impressed with the maturity of Kyle Cardacci tonight. We know that this is his team for RKE this year, especially with the departure of Jack Collins. Collins was one of the biggest contributors that we've seen for years, for the past couple of years for RKE, now with WCT. We weren't sure if he was going to play this year, but now fully Kyle Cardacci's team, and definitely taking a little bit of a back seat. His shot selection tonight has been a lot better than it was night 1.
So first free throw good for Cardacci, 2nd one up. That one's good as well. He had 11 points in the first half on 5 of 10 shooting, and it cuts the lead just now down to 1 possession, 2 points. 61-59.
I know you're a Rutgers guy, Alec. I'm a big Seton Hall guy. One of Kevin Willard's philosophies when he was at Seton Hall, when Miles Powell played for the Pirates a little while back, when Marcus Howard was at Marquette, his philosophy was, if you let Marcus Howard score 50 points, they're not going to beat us. The rest of the team is not going to be able to beat us. So if you do that with Kyle Cardacci like they did the first night, RKE isn't going to win that many games. He's playing much smarter in a complementary role tonight, and it's working out for RKE.
And Irby knocks down another jumper, 63-61. Yeah, you make everyone else beat you, and if they do, then so be it. It's another beautiful feed from Weesey to Serrano down low. That's 18 points for Serrano, 7 assists now for Weesey in this game. He has controlled the tempo all over this game. Cardacci, step back 3, misses everything. Feuerbacher the rebound. Weesey now in transition. A sweet feed once again down to Serrano. That connection is automatic and is back up to a 6-point game.
And on your screen here, when you see the camera turn, you'll see Josh Michigan walking out, holding tissue over his mouth. Hopefully he's okay. Took A shot to the head and obviously to the mouth. Looks like that was a travel by Serrano as they got in each other's way. But hopefully Josh Michigan is okay. Hopefully not missing any teeth based off of what he has in his mouth.
It's funny, I was at a Rutgers basketball practice yesterday, actually, before we came down here. And their incoming freshman, Amari Wooten, actually lost a tooth in the opening few minutes of practice as Javante Ware gave him an elbow. And he was like, that's not, my tooth came out. As we're getting a foul in the post on Cameron Paget.
That's usually not the Big Ten conference right there, the hard-nosed basketball.
Oh, yeah.
That's more the Big East.
Well, Wooten, he dealt with the tooth coming out. A couple minutes later, he's already back in practice running some of the 3v3s and 5v5s.
I respect that. I love that.
He's turned some heads early on as the pass goes wayward, taken by Paget. In transition, through contact, Gorman, the contest, can't get it to fall lane. The offensive rebound, the putback is good in midair. And just like that, it's back up to a 69-61 lead, a quick 6-0 run for OIB Ortho. Gorman running the point here for RKE. Drives down the lane and got that one to fall. Man, Gorman with the ball in his hands, he can really get into the lane.
And that's who should be running point guard for RKE, especially in this situation with just Cardacci here. Have Cardacci run off ball, be that shooter that you want him to be. Gorman, a very capable playmaker himself, as we know, very quick too. Going to be able to get others involved. And Cardacci doing exactly that.
Finger roll finish for Gorman. So Weesey and Gorman trade baskets in the lane. Weesey trying to get another one as he gets stripped by Gorman. RKE trying to say it went off of Weesey's knee, and it looks like they will agree. And that will send us, oh, no, I guess it won't send us to the media timeout. It looked like the scorer's table is trying to signal for it. And never mind, it looks like it will be the media timeout. All right, so 5:03 to play in the third quarter. 71-65 lead for OIB Ortho. They've led this game almost wire to wire. Trying to extend it here, 71-65, 5:03 to play in the third. We'll be back after this on the JSBL Network. We're back here after the media timeout. RKE Athletic with possession, down 71-65. Peter Gorman running the show for RKE. Gives off to a floater from Ja'Kai Irby. Missed that one short. Weezy with a long pass to Serrano. He was a little bit too ahead of himself. Missed the layup as he had a lot of momentum his direction. Here's Cardacci in transition. Drives, kicks, Gorman. Corner three, got it.
That was a great shot by Gorman, but one thing I kind of want to acknowledge, there was that Dante Weesey or Dante Moore with that outlet pass right there, right in the hands of Justin Serrano in the perfect spot.
He has really, really played well these two nights. So turnover for Ortho. RKE going the other way. Lamar Morgan at corner three for the tie. That one won't go as Thomas Menegas flies in for the rebound. And another possession here for OIB Ortho. Weesey once again running point. Serrano trying to free up some space. Tough defense by Morgan. Menegas gets it in the post. We got a whistle. It's going the other way. And it looked like Ja'Kai Irby was setting up to take that charge all the way. And he did a good job getting him in position and beating Menegas to the spot.
I understand Thomas Menegas' frustration there. I mean, when you're that big, you want to draw the contact. That's your job, is to go down, do that drop step, go up strong. But a good job there by Irby, recognizing that he didn't have the size and taking the charge.
Cardacci misses the mid-range jumper, but Lamar Morgan is right there for the tip, and it looked like him and Menegas might have both gotten a hand on the ball, but they'll get the points anyway. So Weesey going the other way. RKE still down by a point. Weesey finds a cutting Serrano, and he slams it home. Those two have some great chemistry with the 1-2 combo on the floor.
And again, that body control from Dante Weesey to get into the lane. Great IQ from Justin Serrano as well to cut from the wing and fill in. I'm so impressed with this Ortho team and the brand of basketball that they play.
Serrano working on Gorman, has the size advantage, misses the hook shot. Morgan takes in the rebound. Cardesi hit a layup on the last possession. Step up three-pointer from Morgan won't fall. Too strong. Masung flies in for an offensive rebound. Finds Gorman. Long three-pointer won't go, but he draws a shooting foul in the process. So Peter Gorman will have 3 free throws coming up, trying to take the lead, tie the game, or take the lead for the first time in this third quarter. Gorman in that first half, 8 points with a rebound on 3 of 6 shooting. And he can really get to the basket. He's not the tallest guy out there, but he has that same kind of slick ball handling moves and able to get to the basket, kind of similar to Weesey for OIB Ortho. His first free throw is good, and we're tied at 73. So no Josh Michigan if you're just joining us for the rest of this game for OIB Ortho. Took a shot to the face. It looked like he had a bit of a mouth injury, so he is out for the rest of the game. So definitely a hit to OIB Ortho's depth because he was one of those guys playing really well. Gorman's second free throw, that one also good. We'll get some substitutions now for Ortho. Amar Lane and Cameron Paget will check back in. They replace Brian Tassi and Thomas Menegas.
And the biggest hole now that Ortho is going to have to fill with Josh Michigan not available is from beyond the three-point line. We know Dante Weesey, a capable three-point shooter. We know also on the bench right now, Brian Tassi, a very capable shooter as well, but someone else is going to be able to have to hit from beyond the arc if they're going to close this game out.
Gorman hits all 3 free throws. It's a 75-73 lead, and Weesey just weaves his way into the lane and ties it back up at 75.
He does not have the skill set of a Division II, Division III kid. I mean, this is a kid who has the IQ of a Power 5 player. I mean, he gets into the lane with ease and knows where everybody is on the court. And it's so refreshing to watch how unselfish he is and his IQ of the game.
Gorman will check out. Jalen Jamison back in for RKE Athletic. Knotted up at 75, 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Weesey off a high screen, works into the paint. Tried to go for a kick out, and he got fouled in the process. And they'll say no shot, so it'll be a baseline inbound. A sideline inbound, I should say, for OIB Ortho. So still a tie game. And the United States and Bosnia and Herzegovina, I hope I said that right, just kicked off in Santa Clara.
I would just say Bosnia.
Yeah, well, Amar Lane's post fall-away jumper rattles around the rim and out. Here comes RKE the other way, looking to take the lead back. Cardesi off a kick out from Jamison. He'll just rise up with a long 3 from the corner. That one won't go. We see the rebound. Into the half court, drives and kicks for Paget. Pump fakes, and now he'll drive downhill, loses control of the ball, and that one picked up. Lamar Morgan going the other way for RKE in transition, finds Cardesi, leaves a nice pass down low for Ja'Kai Irby, but he missed the layup. Morgan got the rebound, fires a long pass over to Bryce Green on the wing. That one won't go. Irby, uncontested offensive rebound, rises up, and RKE back in front with 90 seconds to play in the third quarter.
I think if RKE is going to pull this one out tonight, they're going to have to get a little bit more from Bryce Green. We saw a lot from him from RKE. Scored in double digits in their first game. Has not given them much tonight.
As here comes Irby in transition. His jumper just lips out. Long pass from Weesey up to Lane, in the lane, and he got fouled going up. First foul in the final 2 minutes on RKE Athletic, so
and that's
either way, it's still a shooting foul, but a foul away from being the bonus as well.
That was also a good vision as well, too. You don't see a lot of people help each other up after that foul. You see a lot of people with the egos and the tempers get after it after that. I'm glad he just helped him up, get to the free throw line. Didn't mean anything.
First free throw for Lane is up. Off back iron won't go.
No intent, just had to make him earn it.
Amar Lane in the first half, 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Second free throw for Lane, that one falls, and the lead is cut to 1. 77-76, a minute to play in the third quarter. OIB Ortho has led for much of this game, but RKE Athletic now back in front. Here's Bryce Green in the isolation, working on Weesey. Now in the post. Great defense by Weesey, forces a fall away Jay, and he hits it anyways.
There's Bryce Green that we saw the first time. Showcased his great mid-range shot. That was what was really on display in the first game, was how well he was able to shoot from inside the arc and create his own shot. Going to need a little bit more of that. Great start.
Weesey lost control of the handle. Here's RKE the other way. Flipped up layup by Morgan, won't go, but Serrano, I should say.
Might have gotten a piece.
Yeah, Serrano might have gotten a piece of that, but then the offensive rebound tipped off of Serrano and Weesey. So a baseline inbound for RKE, 27.9 on the game clock. 3-second difference between shot and game clock. The shot clock did reset to the full 24 because it was a change of possession. Ortho's trying to argue it should be 14 because they didn't control the ball, but the officials don't agree. So Cardacci will hold now. 8 on the shot clock, 4-second difference between shot and game clock. Cardacci in the isolation, guarded by Paget. Step back, long two from Cardacci is short off the front iron. Feuerbach at the rebound with 3 seconds left. Weesey half-court heave at the buzzer, won't go. Serrano was there for the putback. It won't count anyways as it didn't go in, but we're through 3 quarters and a really good game on our hands. RKE Athletic, a really good third quarter to take a 79-76 lead.
We've been very lucky so far through the first 3 nights here of the JSBL, Alec. I think we've seen a lot more defense so far to start the year than we have seen typically in years past. Usually we see all the defense come playoff time. These teams are playing a lot more defense than they usually do, and it's making for a lot better of a brand of basketball to watch.
So we'll head to the fourth quarter with a quick break coming up after this. Fourth quarter action between OIB Ortho and RKE Athletic. We'll be back after this on the JSBL Network. Fourth quarter coming up here between RKE Athletic and OIB Ortho in the first game of our Wednesday night doubleheader in the JSBL opening week. It'll be Dante Weesey to control things for OIB Ortho. Tied for the team lead, 22 points with Justin Serrano. Amar Lane down low, tries to go up through contact, leaves it short, but he got fouled on the reverse layup. And once again, the efficiency of Serrano and Weesey has been the big point here. They are a combined 17 of 19 from inside the arc, 44 combined points, and from the floor as a whole, they are 18 of 23.
Yeah, and Justin Serrano, 10 for 12. Dante Weesey, 18 of a combined 23 from that two-headed monster for the guys in blue and white.
Amar Lane's first free throw is good. He'll have one more, and Weesey on triple-double watch. He's got 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, as Lane's second free throw is also good. Cuts the lead down to 1. So RKE going the other way. It'll be Jalen Jamison to control things. So far here, gives to Bryce Green on the wing. Now down low. The layup is up and good for Lamar Morgan in the post. Had the size advantage on Paget, and he'll look to extend the lead with a three-point play.
Morgan, a guy that we know has the talent, played Division I. We haven't seen a lot from him. Has been here for 2 games, has been good defensively. Haven't seen much of him on the offensive side, but we know what he is capable of if he has played at that Division I level. It's just about finding his position for this RKE team because they have a lot of scorers, and it's his first year on this team, so just looking to fit in a little bit more.
He completes the three-point play. It's 82-78 opening minute of the fourth quarter. Weesey, what a pass, what a slam by Lane.
I mean, that's ridiculous, Alec. He was about to go up for the shot. Last second, bailout pass, sees his big man wide open under the cup. I mean, that's just a high IQ player.
Lamar Morgan at the top of the key, guarded by Feuerbacher. He'll rise up for a long 2. He's got it to go. It's back to a 4-point game. And like you mentioned, Morgan starting to get a little bit more on-ball reps on offense here in the fourth. As here's Paget, kicks to Serrano, tried to go up with a layup through 2 defenders, and he got fouled, and he will head to the foul line. Serrano 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Again, 22 points.
Georgian Court's going to be a really, really good team this year.
Yeah,
They've got some talent.
The talent that we're seeing here is certainly really impressive stuff to watch, and the way that they're all playing together as well.
I mean, these guys are competing against pros. A lot of these guys have Division I experience. Some of them have overseas experience. And then a handful of them even have NBA experience. So very impressive that through these first 2 games, nobody gave them a chance against Stearns. They took them all the way to the wire. RKE, I bet if it was on Vegas, probably still would have been the favorite in this game by most people. And they're giving it to them. I mean, this is a team that's going to play you hard every single night.
Serrano splits a pair at the line. It's 84-81. RKE leads. Jamison going the other way. Finds Scott on the low block. Working on Lane. Pump fakes. Falls away. Misses that one short. Here comes Weesey the other way. Down 3. 90 seconds into the fourth quarter. Took the Elam ending for OIB Ortho to fall last night against Stearns Trailer. G.J. Campbell had the game winner for Stearns in that one. And a turnover here as RKE will go the other way. Pick in the pocket. Morgan. Spot up three-pointer from the corner is good. And that is 7 consecutive points for Lamar Morgan. And Dave, you kind of manifested it there.
Yeah.
He has taken over in this fourth quarter.
And that's a good-looking jump shot, too. We haven't seen him shoot it from beyond the arc much, too. So.
And now a game-high 6-point lead for RKE Athletic. And Serrano hits another in the lane, cutting it back down to 4.
I believe that's the 10th assist for Wise, too. So I think he's just got to get there for the rebounds now for that triple-double. Oh, my God. That's ridiculous, Alec. That's ridiculous.
I couldn't have said it better myself. What a bounce pass from almost half court to Serrano. Another assist for Weesey. Another basket for Serrano in the lane, and he has a chance to cut this back down to a 1-possession game.
If we're talking like player comps here, it's hard to find one for Weesey because, I mean, he's bigger than a guy like Rondo was in terms of who he played with. He's a little bit bigger, so he can get downhill a little bit easier, can play a little bit more physical, but he has the vision of a guy like Rajon Rondo and makes the right passes like Rondo. It's crazy to see what he can do on both ends of the floor, too.
So we have a timeout called by RKE Athletic. 89-85, they lead. 7:44 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break on the other side. Free throw, well, one free throw coming up for Justin Serrano. We'll be back after this on the JSBL Network. We're back here after the timeout by RKE Athletic. Justin Serrano with one free throw to try to cut OIB Ortho's deficit to 3. Off another sweet feed from Dante Weesey, already with a double-double, looking for that triple-double as the three-point play is completed. 7:44 to go in the fourth quarter. 1-possession game. It'll be Ja'Kai Irby to bring the ball up. Now works baseline. Driving in on Serrano. Kicks out for Lamar Morgan. He'll just rise up for another 3, and he's got it. 10 straight points for Lamar Morgan for RKE Athletic, and he extends the lead to 6. Paget the other way. Couldn't answer with a corner 3. Feuerbach of the rebound.
You wondered who RKE was going to turn to once Cardesi went to the bench, and it was Morgan.
Here's Weesey once again, picks up his dribble. 6 on the shot clock, gives to Paget. Jabs, he'll fire from 3. They need it. They can't get it, but Serrano flies in for the offensive rebound. As Lane got it stripped by Jalen Jamison. RKE in transition. A lob and a slam for Shaq Scott. Up to a game-high 8-point lead for RKE Athletic. With 6:52 to play, we got a stoppage here. Officials timeout as Jalen Jamison limping a little bit after that feed.
Think he came down on his ankle a little bit funny after he threw that lob. Hopefully he's okay. Never a good thing when you see non-contact ankle stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes, you know, even if it's, you know, not really that serious of an injury in the grand scheme, it can really hurt when you land on that ankle.
It can nag.
So Serrano off the inbound from Weesey. Gives it back to him. Guarded by Peter Gorman, who checks into the game. Weesey gets Lamar Morgan switched onto him. Kicks out Amar Lane. Catch and shoot triple. Around the rim, it won't fall. Irby the defensive rebound, and
I really don't mind that shot there from Lane. I mean, we know he hasn't made too many yet to start the year, but every single one that he's taken has been close. He's got good form.
And it looks like we got a foul on the drive. It looked like Morgan was going to have a chance to go up with a tough layup, but it looks like there was a foul before the shot.
He saw Serrano coming, too. He was like, dang, I did not know you were going to get up that high.
Here is Gorman. Really solid game for him so far. 18 points through 3 quarters. Pump fakes a 3. Give and go with Shaq Scott. Drives in the lane. Lefty floater. Gets the shooter's roll. That was nice, and it's the first double-digit lead of the night for RKE Athletic.
And that was the big thing that stood out there from what you said was lefty floater. Peter Gorman using his offhand here. Not an easy shot by any means. Another great a good change of pace point guard is Peter Gorman.
As Weesey gets fouled on the way up by Lamar Morgan. Already 5 fouls on RKE Athletic. They've played very handsy defense, and it's kind of thrown Ortho off of their game a little bit offensively. They're already in the bonus, but the offense has kind of been thrown out of whack a little bit.
And if you're OIB Ortho, I feel like in such a short season, this is almost a must-win game. I mean, you're going up against teams who have a bunch of Division I and overseas caliber guys. You got to be able to win these games, especially when you led through 3 quarters. Have to do everything they can to be able to get back into this game. And that is a huge blow, missing 2 free throws.
Weesey been so good tonight. Misses those 2, and it's still a 10-point lead. Ortho led by as many as 14, and a 3-pointer is good for Irby. He has really impressed so far tonight. So the RK lead now 13. Biggest of the game for them. Feuerbacher in the post. Backing down Bryce Green. Gets to his spot. Rises up. Gets blocked away. Good defense by RKE in this 4th quarter. Now Peter Gorman with numbers. Drives in the lane. Leaves it for Scott. And that is an easy finish off a sweet feed from Peter Gorman.
We've seen very good point guard play tonight.
Absolutely. Weesey going the other way. Missed the layup, but he got fouled on the way up. So a 15-point lead. That's the biggest lead of the game for either team. Ortho led by 14 in the 1st quarter when it was 26-12, and now it's 101-86, and it just seems like the offense hasn't really been able to do a whole lot here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they made very good adjustments here defensively in the 4th. The penetration from Dante Weesey has not been there as much, and like we know, without Josh Michigan as well, they don't have as many shooters out there as they would like as well. So definitely a tough blow for them when he wasn't able to continue.
Menegas and Tassi come back into the game for Ortho as the 2nd free throw won't go. So Weesey splits a pair. Here comes RKE the other way, looking to build on a 14-point lead. Scott takes it all the way and finishes over Menegas. 16-point lead now midway through the 4th quarter.
Yeah, this is quite the collapse here by Ortho. If they're going to make a statement, now is the time. The comeback will have to start after that Brian Tassi midi.
Good start to a potential comeback if they can get it. Here is Irby, miscommunication with Green. It goes out of bounds.
And that's the sort of stuff that you need to go your way. Miscommunications, stupid mistakes that typically don't get made. You have to capitalize off that now.
And we will head to our final media timeout, 103-89. RKE Athletic trying to rally from a 14-point deficit with a 14-point lead. 4:44 to go in the 4th quarter, 4s all around. We'll be back after this on the JSBL Network. We're back here after the media timeout. 4:44 to play in the 4th quarter. RKE Athletic on a 24-13 run in this 4th quarter to take a commanding 103-89 lead. OIB Ortho trying to put a dent in it, though. Here's Cameron Pregier. Pump fakes, drives, kicks out to Amar Lane. Now Thomas Menegas in the post, gets his pocket picked by Ja'Kai Irby, picked up by Gorman. Doesn't have the numbers, but he will reset. Kicks out to Irby. Irby lobs up to Scott. Oh, the one-hand flush. Everything is firing on all cylinders for RKE Athletic in this fourth quarter, and it's up to a 16-point lead. Here is Weesey the other way. No-look lob over to Lane. 2 dribbles, and he finishes it himself.
And I mean, that's just a great read by Weesey. We saw the one defender drop a little bit high out towards the perimeter and then just floated it right over the top to Lane. Easy read for the 2.
And no Kyle Cardacci on the floor for RKE Athletic. Looks like he's stretching out on the sideline. Wonder if he's a little sore or something. And a sweet roll over to the basket to Scott. Another nice feed from Gorman. And like you mentioned, Dave, tremendous point guard play throughout on both sides in this game.
Without a doubt.
Here's Tassi, pump fakes on a 3, drives, finds a cutting Menegas, steps through, goes up. He got fouled. No, he's going to say Gorman went for the rebound, but he stepped on the line.
And the one thing that I always notice when we see these teams like Ortho, it was ACI a couple years ago, it was Intern the one year where they have the younger guys that play at the D2, D3 schools. A lot of them have physical limitations. That's why they went to smaller schools. But all of these guys are so fundamentally sound. They play the game the right way. Their fundamentals are just so strong, like you could see there with Weesey with the up and under. They just know how to play the game, and it translates.
The deficit is cut to 14 after the nice step through by Weesey, and that's the biggest thing. You know, there are so many skilled basketball players across college in the, you know, whether it's Division II, Division III, Division I, the JUCO level, NAIA. But the biggest thing that separates Division I from Division II a lot of the times is speed and height. Those are the 2 things that can really separate it. But at the Division II and 3 levels, and length, yes, exactly, there is a ton of high-level basketball. As the ball goes out of bounds, officials will roll OIB Ortho ball. Piget looked like it got tripped up a little bit against Masung. They got tangled up, and then the ball went off the official. And it will remain Ortho ball down by 14 with 3 minutes to play.
If you're Ortho here, don't need a 3. You just got to be efficient and quick with every single possession here. Value the ball because every possession is going to be a gift.
Weesey kicks over to Piget. Leaves the 3-pointer short. Rebound taken in by Serrano. He has been tremendous tonight. He tries to go back up, and he gets fouled by Shaq Scott on the way. United States and Bosnia scoreless at the hydration break of the first half. As Serrano will try to cut into the deficit, 2:47 remaining. And once again, as they have been for much of this fourth quarter, OIB Ortho is in the bonus.
And this was the one Achilles heel of Justin Serrano the first night, was at the charity stripe. Knocks down the first one here. Going to be very important for him going forward, as we know. Very tough around the rim, likes to go up strong, so probably going to draw a lot of contact throughout the season. Going to have to be good at the free throw line.
He hits both there. He's been very solid from the stripe tonight, 4 of 5 by my, I guess.
Calculations?
Yes, my calculations in my head. And now it's down to a 12-point game, 2:39 to play. This game's still not over yet. We've seen bigger deficits in smaller amounts of time erased. But Ortho's going to have to knock down some shots to do so. Masung drives the lane and gets blocked by Tassi going up. He wanted a foul, but good defense by Tassi on the ball. It'll stay RKE ball, 7 on the shot clock, 2:28 on the game clock.
Weesey looked convinced that it went off his leg, wanted the appeal from the other referee.
Irby catch and shoot 3 off the inbound, just falls off the rim. And a new possession here for OIB Ortho, down by 12. Weesey drives, has an open lane, he goes up and under, and it's back down to a 10-point game.
Surprised Weesey didn't give it up to the corner there, but good take nonetheless.
Yeah, it looked like the rim was just so open you might as well take it yourself. As Peter Gorman will hold things for RKE Athletic. He has been really good at handling the ball and driving to the basket. He does just that against Weesey. Oh, he just missed the layup. Left it a little strong. Here's Weesey the other way. A hound of defenders for RKE Athletic. He works through them all. Piget, pump fakes, drives, kicks back down low to Serrano. 2 defenders come over. Needs some help on the block. He goes up, and he got fouled by Lamar Morgan. And, I mean, how about the defense by RKE Athletic in this fourth quarter? They're sending multiple guys to the ball at every opportunity.
I love how hard they're playing on the defensive end. I think Sean Gallagher needs to take a timeout. Oh, we have a timeout on the floor. But I was going to say, they're just playing too quick offensively right now. They built up that lead and now they, with the clock on their side, they got to use it. I mean, this is obviously a league where we know where they shoot early in the shot clock, you play fast, but every game here is valuable now. We only have 7 games, 8 games in this regular season. If you want the win, you got to play smart.
So 1:43 on the clock, 107-97. It'll be free throws for Justin Serrano. Once again, him and Dante Weezy have been tremendous in this game.
And you just brought up the word free throws. That's going to be big late in this game. We haven't seen Kyle Cardacci for an extended period of time. We know he is probably one of, if not the best free throw shooter for RKE. Curious to see if maybe they throw him back out there late game for free throw purposes. Probably don't want to use him if he's not feeling 100%, but if you can get him in there just as a body so he could shoot some free throws, could definitely be a good coaching move for Gallagher. But opting to keep him on the bench, so definitely think something might be up with Kyle Cardacci.
Absolutely. His first free throw for Serrano is good. He's had a really strong night at the charity stripe and really overall at the basket. So now a single-digit lead, 1:43 to play. And 2 more free throws for Serrano. It's 107-99. We'll see if RKE opts to play the clock game here. It'll be Alex Masung to bring the ball up slowly.
I think Ortho just got a little burnt out. Not as big of a roster as RKE tonight. Playing a lot of the same guys throughout the entirety of the game. Played 3 great quarters. In the 4th, I think they just got a little tired. I mean, not playing bad, but you can definitely see those mistakes. Serrano should have stayed on his feet there. Just silly things.
Absolutely, as Masung had a nice pass down low to Lamar Morgan, and he got fouled by Serrano, and your question might have been answered as Kyle Cardacci is changing out of his jersey. So I wonder if something is up with him. Again, a tremendous talent.
But, I mean, like we said, Cardacci tonight played tremendous when he was in the game, and by far probably the best as a RKE teammate that I've seen today. He was giving the ball up, getting his teammates good looks as well, as well as himself. Definitely earned the rest of the game off.
Yeah, Morgan splits a pair. It's back up to a 9-point game, a minute 17 and counting. Once again, Weezy being absolutely hounded by the RKE defense, and he throws it away, but Paget gets a long pass back. Ortho, offensively, Weezy, 3-pointer, they need it, they couldn't get it. Long rebound in the air, tracked down by Lamar Morgan. Long outlet pass goes over to Jakai Irby, who lays it in with a minute to play, and it's back up to 11, and that might have been the dagger right there. Paget steps on the line, and another turnover for Ortho, and yeah, I think the up-tempo defense and showing a lot of different looks just kind of threw Ortho off a little bit. Again, like you mentioned, a little bit of a smaller rotation, and all those factors just wasn't enough. But, I mean, again, like we mentioned, I think it was a consensus 8th-place projection for OIB Ortho in the preseason. And I know we're only 2 games in, only 3 days into the season, but
and it was a very heavy consensus 8th place preseason finish, and they have been so impressive.
Yeah, they have absolutely outplayed that projection so far. So Gorman will take some time off the clock. 10 on the shot clock, 36 on the game clock. Looking at the game clock, Gorman making his drive on Weezy, finishes with the left and gets it to fall. 112-99 with 28 seconds left, and that might just do it. As Paget the other way for OIB Ortho. Needs some help in the corner, finds Brian Tassi, catch and shoot triple, open, can't get it to fall, rebound taken in by who else but Jakai Irby. And he will drive, loses control of the ball, picked up by Shaq Scott. He loses control of it, it's picked up by Serrano. One last possession for OIB Ortho. Paget lost control of it, had to save it over to Tassi. He gets the layup to fall at the buzzer, and that will do it.
And that was the epitome of Ortho basketball right there at the end. Justin Serrano chased down the steal, made sure they got the final layup. But I am so impressed with the effort of both teams tonight, but especially RKE. I mean, they faced a situation tonight where they did not return any starters but one from their first game, and then they came out and beat a hot Ortho team. They looked very good last week, didn't come out with a win, but came out against a team in Stearns Trailer, as we know, that is loaded with talent and played them right to the wire. And RKE, down 3/4 of the game, found a way to claw back into that game. So I'm very impressed with the way they faced adversity today.
So 112 to 101 final score. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with our player of the game. Again, 112 to 101, a final score for RKE over OIB Ortho. We'll be back after this on the JSBL Network. Alucrad Himmel back here with our JSBL star of the game, Ja'Kai Irby for RKE Athletic. 23 points, 9 rebounds, leading the team to help bring them to a victory over OIB Ortho, 112 to 101. Ja'Kai, thanks for the time tonight. You led the team in scoring and in rebounds. How'd it feel to be out there tonight with those guys?
It felt great. It felt lovely to be out there tonight.
And this was a game that OIB Ortho controlled for a lot of those opening 3 quarters. But in the 4th quarter, you guys locked down on defense. You forced a lot of turnovers. You threw a lot of different looks at some of their main guys. I guess, what was the message going into the 4th quarter defensively to turn it up?
Be in the gaps and take the ball in number 5 hand. Take the ball out of his hand, and we win a game. He wasn't trying to score the ball. He was trying to get downhill and jam the defender. So had to close in on him, blitz him a little bit, and make his other teammates score the ball.
And a lot of these guys, a lot of the guys, yourself included, guys like Lamar Morgan, really got going in that 4th quarter as well. What do you think clicked for you guys offensively? You kind of took control from the beginning of that 4th quarter. What do you think was the turning point for you guys to take control?
We got 2 feet in the paint, and we made plays. So getting 2 feet in the paint and hitting an open man was perfect. You know, the paint, the heart of the defense. So if you get in the paint, the whole defense breaks down. You made shots, and we won the game.
All right, Ja'Kai, well, you yourself, you finished off a really good season at Bergen this past year. What's next for you in basketball after the summer?
I'm committed to Hill College, D1 JUCO in Texas. I'll be leaving August 18th.
All right, well, best of luck out there in Texas. You got a great showing tonight, 23 points, 9 rebounds. RKE Athletic wins 112 to 101 over OIB Ortho. Ja'Kai, our star of the game tonight. Congrats on a great game, and hey, we hope to see you back here at some point, of course, for RKE soon, and best of luck in Texas as well.
Thank you very much.